What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's get some frames. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Oh, chat. Nice. NYC protest. That was wrong. I thought I knew who protest coverage was. Or maybe they lied to me. They thought I was a cop. Which I understand. I would deny if someone came up to me and knew who I was.
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. Marching band is here. Yo, everyone come out. We actually got a band. It's about to get lit. I see myself and maybe 2 other people with bikes out here. So maybe if any bikers are awake, come on out. Like the white shirt cops already out here. So let's get some bikes out here too. I saw on Instagram that a lot of the people that got arrested, their bikes are still in the impound. So maybe a lot of bikers can't come out, which is fucked up. Like, thankfully, I got my bike out the same day. But when they arrested, I think 80 people is the number I saw. 86 people maybe, or some shit. 80-something people was the total number 2 days ago. And here in Times Square. Doing the same thing, about to march. I recognize one of those cops. He was standing outside the police department the other day. Big penguin looking dude. Closer to the band. We've got this sweet backpack. What the hell is that? That's some fucking future Tron shit. Abolish ice. Sweet. And obviously he's got some lights on the front too. feeling it. everyone's mad that if there's co-opting, they should come co-op this march. You know, fair is fair. And plus, everyone gets together anyways.
Study
this to mark, this is a march that we're having today against fascism, against Trump's lies, and against death. And it's for humanity. To demand Trump heads out now. Trump heads out now. Trump heads out now. And Donald Trump is a genocidal racist. He is a genocidal racist, and racism has always existed in this country. But if Donald Trump is allowed to further put his in the necks of black people, in the necks of brown people, in the necks of Latino people and Native peoples, it's going to be a nightmare for humanity. If Trump wins the election another 4 years, it's not just going to be really bad, he's a fascist. It's going to be a fucking nightmare.
I'll look for them. I'll try to get them.
And we can see,
Sorry.
we can see everything that's been going on. We can see everything that's been going on. Just right here where we're standing. 86 people were arrested by the NYPD for peacefully protesting. Every day, we are moving closer to an open fascist police state. And Donald Trump is making all of this worse and taking it to new levels. Kidnapping Black Lives Matter protesters, throwing them in vans, sending his white supremacist thugs to go out and kill people. Is this the kind of future we want? And we also heard about, in the detention camps, giving hysterectomies. Forced hysterectomies to women. That's some Nazi shit. That is some Nazi shit. This is what they used to do to Jewish women. Back in Nazi Germany, it's what the slave owners used to do to medical experiments and shit like that. And it is up to us. We have power together. Look, June and July, we ran these streets. We sent Trump to his bunker. And October 3rd, we're going to bring that back.
When I go to the other side of the street, the subway is just going to keep on passing by.
That don't just go one day, but every day. And we need millions
Some
of
might be
people
better on the other
to
side
go
of the
to
street.
Washington, D.C. and surround that Supreme Court and say, no, Trump is not getting another nominee again. The people that are telling you
Thank you.
another nominee in, and the elections are sabotaged. Do you know what happens if there's a contested election where it goes? It goes to the Supreme Court. They've told us over and over again that this is why. Tennessee came out and said this is why we want to get the Supreme Court nominee in, even though it's completely illegitimate. And this could foreclose the future for any possible change. This is why we're out here today. This is why we're not going to be intimidated. Anytime they repress one of us, anytime they kill one of us, 100 more of us have to come out to fill their shoes. All right, I'm going to hand it over to my co-MC, and then we're going to have a couple short speakers. We're not going to have a super long rally because we want to march, but we do want to give you some, hear from some people who are here today and why. So give it up for Sable. Emma said it all. I'll add a little. That Donald Trump is inciting and defending these MAGA goons to go out and kill protesters, murder innocent people, run them over, kill them, and then defend them when they do that. This is the future we're looking at. This is what is at stake, and the hour is late, but it is not too late. Like Emma said, we cannot sit back and rely on voting while they are now subverting the election
Just noticed that
right now.
backpack. Yeah, that is funny.
They are doing this now and saying they will not accept election, they lose. The future is up to us. We have to say no to a fascist America. We have to be the ones to act on our conscience. The people in Nazi Germany, that is our example. The people who let that happen, who are being good Germans. We cannot be good Germans. We cannot be those people. We have to stop this now. And that takes millions in the streets. So we got to find our RBG spirit, our fighting spirit, and go out there and fight for this. And call on everybody we know to say, remember June and July, we got to come back out. It's not over. Because the fight for black lives, or immigrant lives, and any other just cause will be crushed if they remain in power. And we cannot allow that to happen. Are y'all with me? October 3rd, it begins. And we are going to figure that out together. Everybody here, we are going to figure out October 3rd through the election every day. Let's do this. We're going to bring up some speakers. All right, so I want you to join me in welcoming Alex. He was a righteous protester who was illegitimately arrested by the NYPD. That's be nice. Give it up for Alex.
Just filming.
Every day because they were so tired of the injustices by ICE, by federal agencies in this country. They came out. They said, we will not peace police. We will not say that there are good protesters and bad protesters. We are going to do what it takes to get justice. And they stormed a federal building. And the New York Police Department got fucking scared. So they decided to abuse and terrorize protesters, and every following day. Extinction Rebellion did not get crushed like that because they were not storming a federal building. They were not making it impossible for the actors of power to continue their actions. So what I say to you now is that we need to disrupt the system, make it impossible for them to continue. Means a lot. I just want to find out how healthy the crowds are right now, and I think that we should acknowledge what this does to us. We should acknowledge not only the fear and the violence and the rage and the paranoia that they make us feel, but also what we can create on our own. Because right now, I know that no police officer can come near me because I got you guys right here. And if we're going to say refuse fascism, Trump takes that now, I want to expand our analysis to understand the reasons why we got here in the first place. And that is capitalism, imperialism, colonialism, and increasingly in 2020, neoliberalism. So when I say trumpets, you say out now. Trumpets! Out now! Neoliberalism! Out now! Capitalism! Out now! Colonialism! Out now! Imperialism! Out now! Democrats and Republicans! Out now! Thank you guys.
Okay, and so we are going to call up Shrika today. Okay. So actually now, so here's the deal. We just got word that MSNBC is over at Columbus Circle and they're waiting for us to march. And so I think we're going to do one more
NBC is
speaker,
waiting.
and then we're going to march over there, and then we're going to have more speak with the rest of our speakers. happen. Is that cool? All right, all right. So,
I'm good, thank you.
okay, all right. Can we get John up here? So John is a recent law student graduate, and he is studying to fight for civil liberties. So give it up for John. We fill out more lawyers.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
I'm here to talk about Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg today. She was the most inspiring woman I've ever read about. And I think that we need to learn about her struggle and her fight so that we can channel her determination and her energy into our fight. Ruth Bader Ginsburg changed the world that oppressed her. She fought for the liberties of women everywhere. And our society is better today because of her. Justice Ginsburg was one of the first 9 women to attend Harvard Law School. While she was there, one of her professors insisted that those 9 women explain to him why they deserved a place at Harvard Law School instead of a man. When she graduated from law school, she could not find employment because she was a woman. She would go on to become the first female professor at Columbia Law School and eventually fight for the women's rights for the ACLU. The reason the Virginia Military Institute is integrated is because of her. The reason abortion rights have stayed as strong as they have is because of her. The reason that POC rights, LGBTQ rights, criminal defendant rights, and voting rights have stayed as strong as they have is because of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But this court does not want us to maintain our voting rights. Justice John Roberts, the chief, believes that corporations are people. He believes they have First Amendment rights. He believes there's no such thing as racism anymore. We no longer need our institutional protections of people of color voting rights. Fucking bullshit! He is there to protect the interests of the rich and the white and the powerful. And Ruth Bader Ginsburg's dying wish is that she not be replaced until a new president is in office. Well, guess what? That's an appeal to decency, and Republicans do not have any fucking decency. They cheat, they lie, they're hypocrites, and they will do whatever they can to maintain power. So should we be relying on the dying wish of Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Fuck no! Fuck no! Let's change the rules! Repeat after me. Amend the Constitution!
Amend the Constitution!
Amend the Constitution!
Amend the Constitution!
Kill it at the root!
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 Trump, hands up now!
Trump, hands out now!
Trump, hands up now!
Trump, hands out now!
You guys believe that we need these protections at a deep level in our government. We should all be trying to persuade our congressmen and representatives to think about amending the Constitution now. So make it happen, guys.
That cool little hat. Mask set up. Dinglies. Dingles.
Take big steps, big steps. And stack the stickers, stack the stickers.
Same little thing that
I'm thinking, how often? You guys go for me. Safely out there. Good luck. Because I got to head back to the conference.
Try this one. The girls, just like the other ones, just repeat after me. Get in the streets. Stay in the streets. Get in the streets. Stay in the streets. Trumpets out now. Trumpets out now. Trumpets out now. October 3rd, it begins. October 3rd, it begins. So get in the streets and stay in the streets. So get in the streets. Stay in the streets. Stay in the streets. Get in the streets. Stay in the streets. Stay in the streets. Get in the streets. Stay in the streets.
Stay in the streets. Whoop, whoop. Trumpets out now. October 3rd, it begins. October 3rd, it begins.
Get in the streets.
Get in the streets.
Stay in the streets.
Stay in the streets.
Get in the streets.
Get in the streets.
Stay in the streets.
Stay in the streets.
Donald Trump is guilty, guilty. Donald Trump is guilty. Guilty.
Trump is out now. Trump is out now. Trump is out now. Trump is out now.
We're gonna give our statement before we get kicked out of here. All right, so we're raising our fist, we're delivering a statement today. Donald Trump is guilty. 200,000 people almost dead. 200,000 people almost dead. Because of this anti-science, genocidal fascist regime. Mainly attacking Native people. Mainly affecting Latino people. People who Donald Trump would have just as soon killed off anyway. And so we are here to condemn this, to march against fascism, to march against lies, to march against death. But we are here to declare our determination to go forward. October 3rd it begins. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
October 3rd. October 3rd.
October 3rd.
It begins.
It begins.
Every city.
Every city.
Every town.
Every town.
Every day.
Every day.
Through the election.
Through the election.
We demand.
We demand.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
November is too late.
November is too late.
We cannot wait.
We cannot wait.
We cannot wait.
We cannot wait. Look, they're blocking the sidewalk.
It's up to us.
It's up to us.
And I'm going to say this very quickly.
You want me to do that?
Americans can get this on video. If Donald Trump is in power for another 4 years, it's not just going to be really, really bad. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. And pose a danger to all of humanity. And hey, we're not getting into it with the police. We're not doing that about it. We're here for something bigger. We're here for this little stuff. We're not here for some out of fascist regime.
Fucking riot police are here too.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Trump is
Out now.
right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Raise your fist in the air. We'll do this pledge together. We're gonna do this pledge together. We pledge. We pledge. We pledge.
We pledge.
We will get in these streets.
We will get in the streets.
We will stay in these streets.
We will stay in the streets.
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
It begins.
It begins.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
Trump is out now.
All right.
Talk your shit.
That was beautiful. Now Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
This is the
Trump, no KKK,
pussy ass nigga. Get the fuck out.
no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Weak.
No Trump.
Weak. Soft.
No Trump.
Trump's a legend. You got all Trumps. Scooter gang. Riot police.
No fascist USA. In New York City, and we gotta fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Where's MSNBC at? Trippy, look. I never even noticed that. They're building that building right there, but like sideways. Kind of trippy. Building that building.
We have to get organized to drive the tree. We have to organize like we've never organized before. Millions of people. And so Sunday, September 26th, Washington Square Park at 3 p.m. I'm sorry, September 27th, Washington Square Park, 3 p.m. We're going to have an open-air mass organizing meeting. We need to get people from the climate change march there, everyone who was out in the streets in June and July, everybody who's upset about the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This is how we have to go out and get the millions. So if you're not right now following us, make sure to follow @Fascism NYC. And then after this, we're going to go march, not very far, we're going to go march to the Upper West Side, and then we're going to go get organized. We're going to plan together. We're going to strategize together. Each one of you, you're very, very precious. You matter. You matter, and you can actually be the people who go out and change the course of history. YouthFascism.org. He's a spokesperson for the Revolutionary Communist Party. He's been a longtime fighter in the battle to end police brutality and murder. He actually did time in prison for refusing to go to Vietnam. He's a comrade, and I'm very proud to be with him today. Give it up for Carl Dix.
We are in the right place and doing the right thing. This is what humanity demands of us. Because look, the Trump-Pence regime is feverishly hammering the final fascist nail in the coffin of democratic governance in this country. When they start talking about how can we put down sedition charges on Black Lives Matter protesters, and let's throw in that Democratic governor in Seattle, or mayor in Seattle, they are telling you something. They are telling you that standing up against what we do to people is no longer to be allowed. They are telling you that not going with us when we go after people is not to be allowed. That's why they're throwing the Democratic mayor. She ain't out there protesting against white supremacy, but she's not going along with them when they go to crush the people protesting against white supremacy and police getting away with murder. This is what they are doing, sisters and brothers. And if they are allowed to get away with it, it won't just mean more bad policy. This will be Nazi Germany planted down here. It won't be in German. They won't say Deutschland über alles.
That's exactly why people were protesting.
They'll say America first.
So,
They'll wrap it in the American flag in the Bible.
fucking crazy.
This is how they'll do it, but it will be the same thing. Now, I know a lot of people say, Carl, don't say that. You can't compare Trump to Hitler. You can't compare America to Nazi Germany. Where did Hitler go to study to figure out how to deal with the Jews in Germany? He sent people to this country to look at how America dealt with black people. That's where he got the information to put down the laws. They were done at Nuremberg. They were called the Nuremberg laws for how to treat the Jews in Nazi Germany. And here's an interesting fact that not many people know. Hitler said, you know, that stuff is a little too strict. We can't go as far as America goes against black people. We gotta back up a little bit. That's what he said in the 1920s. And by 1940, he was putting the Jews in death camps and sending them to the ovens. Fascism is a process, and you gotta stop it. You gotta stop it before it consolidates. You gotta stop it before it hammers those final nails in. And things are coming to a head.
Your ghost.
When Trump tells you, I can't lose this election unless it's rigged, he is telling you, I ain't going nowhere. Because if the vote don't come out in his favor, first off, he's going to say it is in his favor. Remember, he said he won the popular vote 4 years ago. But then he'll say, this is rigged, I'm not going there. And right behind that will be the question of who the fuck is going to make it. That question is on us, sisters and brothers. It is not enough to vote against Trump and for Biden. And I say that as a revolutionary who has never participated in any of their presidential elections. But this time, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because you need an overwhelming vote against Trump, but that ain't enough by itself. He is telling you, I don't care if you vote against I'm going nowhere. And we have to say, no, you are going somewhere, and back that up with action. We have to be in the streets. October 3rd it begins. And going all the way through October, day after day, night after night, wave upon wave, bringing people into this, bringing people whose hearts are with us, but who are still hoping that the system will work this time. Okay, the Mueller investigation didn't do it. Okay, the midterms didn't do it. Okay, impeachment didn't do it. Even though the motherfucker committed the crimes he got impeached for right out in the open. But it didn't do it, but you can't not accept the results of an American election. Everybody has to accept those. Fascism doesn't have to accept those. We have to create the facts on the ground by having our bodies together with the bodies of millions of other people out there saying, Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
Trump Pence out now.
And we have to say we refuse to accept the fascist America.
We refuse to accept the fascist America.
And we can do this, sisters and brothers. Okay, you don't have to repeat everything I said. Like Emma said, we ran these streets in June and July. Millions of people all across the country came out after they saw that knee of that pig on the neck of George Floyd. They came out day after day. That was righteous. That was beautiful. They gotta come back out. And they gotta take their demands to end white supremacy, to stop police murder of black and brown people, and put it together with Trump Pence out now. Because look, if you want to see white supremacy ended, how is that gonna fare with somebody in the White House who saw those Klansmen and Nazis in Charlottesville 3 years ago and decided there were many fine people among them? I was in Charlottesville. I saw those motherfuckers attack peaceful protesters. I saw them attack religious people who were kneeling in silent witness. And dozens of them attacked these religious people. And the only reason they didn't beat the shit out of them was because there was dozens of Antifa people. Came and kicked their ass.
Gang.
You know, I saw Heather Heyer get murdered by one of them. These were not fine people. These were fascist stormtroopers. Trump and Pence are unleashing them, calling them out. They started early voting in Virginia. Trump's people went there and tried to block the way for people trying to vote. This is how they roll, man. We got to roll against that. We have to reach to the people who say no more white supremacy and say the road to getting rid of white supremacy runs through getting this white supremacist fascist out of the White House. We got to reach to the people who don't want to see the environment of the planet devastated. And we got to say to them, you are right. There is no planet B. We have to stop the devastation of the environment. And the road to doing that runs right through getting this science-denying motherfucker out of the White House. And his whole We gotta reach the people who don't want to see the rights that LGBTQ people have only recently won snatched back. And we gotta say, you're right, they shouldn't be snatched back. And the road to keeping them from being snatched back runs through driving the Trump-Pence regime out. We got to reach the people who were shaken by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who saw that she fought for equality and rights for women, but not just for women. She was the one who called out the attack on the Voting Rights Act and how they had gutted it. The Supreme Court had. And they see that these fascists want to put another fascist on the Supreme Court. Only this
But you know what a fascist in the skirt is? A fascist, that's right. We gotta say to them, the road to stopping the fascistization of the Supreme Court, the further fascistization, because they already put a couple of fascists on it, runs through driving the Trump-Pence regime out. We gotta bring everybody to bring their struggles, bring their demands, and connect them to the fight to drive the Trump-Pence regime out. Because that is the road forward. If they get away and they're trying to stay in power by hook or by crook, and it's mostly by crook, because that's how they roll, they will crush everybody who stands up against them. They will whip into line behind them people who are a little slow going.
Oh yeah,
We have to be in the streets. We have to call others to join us in the streets. We can do this, sisters and brothers. We have to do this. Humanity is calling on us to do it. And look, I say all this as a revolutionary, as somebody who has been fighting against the system since back in the 1960s, when I stood up and said, I ain't going to Vietnam. And I was in the Army at the time. So I went to a military prison for 2 years for taking that stand, and it was the right thing to do. I came out of prison as a fighter against the system, as a revolutionary, trying to get rid of it. And I am still on that road. I'm still on that tip. But I also know that to make revolution, we got to get these fascists out of the White House. Little detour into history, I'll come right back. In Germany, when Nazis took power, the German communists were like, after Hitler, us. They didn't see the need to unite with others to struggle against them, because they figure, well, we'll get in after he does, because he's such a bumbling idiot, he won't be able to do anything. That was the wrong approach to take. And the first people crushed in Germany were the communists, because they stood alone against the Nazis. But we got to bring everybody together. And when I say I'm still on the revolutionary tip, we are approaching this fight to drive the Trump-Pence regime out as part of getting ready and in position to make revolution and get rid of the system that has had white supremacy, male supremacy, hatred of immigrants, hatred of LGBTQ people in its very veins. I urge you to check out a statement by Bob Avakian, the leader of the Revolutionary Communist Party, on the immediate critical situation, the urgent need to drive out the fascist Trump-Pence regime, voting in this election, and the fundamental need for revolution, by Bob Avakian, the leader of the revolution. Check this out. There are people out here distributing it now. What we really have to do, because you ain't got to be with me on revolution. I'm trying to get you there, but you don't have to go there. We have to come together. We can discuss and debate how we ultimately end all this oppression, all this exploitation. But I want to carry out that debate in a situation where we have driven this fascist regime out. And I say that as somebody who has carried out political debate in solitary confinement with principle. I don't want us to end up in that situation where we're that locked down. I want us to stop this fascist regime, rally people who want to see all of the horror that this imperialist system brings down, and go forward with them after driving out the fascist regime to get rid of the system once and for all. Once and for all, yes. So, Trump-Pence out now! Trump-Pence out now! Trump-Pence out now! Trump-Pence out now! In the name of humanity! In the name of humanity! We refuse to accept a fascist America. And it is on us to organize to make that real. Next Sunday, next Sunday, Emma announced the meeting. She's probably going to announce it again after I get through. But it's Washington Square Park at 3 o'clock on Sunday, right? You got to be there. You got to bring others there. Bring your ideas. Bring your energy. Bring your determination not to see these fascists get away with crushing everybody who's standing up for positive change, progressive change. Thank you.
How y'all feeling? All right, we're gonna hear from another speaker. Give it up for Hannah for the Black Advocacy Movement.
Sorry. Can I take your picture? I wrote some notes for the first time today, so please bear with me. Thank you. Real quick, my name is Hannah. I created Black Advocacy Movement. Essentially, the idea of it is to bring the arts, vocational, financial skills back into the communities that are underfunded. Basically Black and brown communities. It is going to end up being an organization that is a mentorship program, which means that the kids who end up timing out will be able to have a job and become the new mentors and give back to their communities. With that being said, we are now working with other organizations under the umbrella called, we call ourselves APR, American People's Resolve. The point of this is everything that John was getting at with amending the Constitution and rechanging the system. So if you would like to have more information on that or be part of it, please feel free to reach out to me, Black Advocacy Movement on Instagram. For those of you who don't know me, I'm 29 years old, born and raised in New York to a multiracial family. My father is African American, Jamaican native. We have some Irish and English, but you can figure out how that got there. And my mother is Italian, first generation, born in America. They have been together for 45 years and have been fighting the same fight that we are doing right now. They got together 8 years after the '68 riots. That means that they were not legally allowed to love each other until that time.
Oh.
Now, when it comes to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, something that we have to pay attention to is that with the allowance of a new fascist justice, we will not have the ability as women, especially people of color, we will not have access to control our own bodies. We will not have access to birth control, the right to abortion. We will not have access to the medications that help us through our menstrual cycle and through menopause. If you do not have a uterus, you cannot tell me what I deal with. So you cannot tell me how to deal with it, period. It is my choice as a woman when I want to be a mother. I have shit I need to accomplish first. I need to make sure that my child is going to live in a world that doesn't look like this bullshit. I have to make sure that the education system, and that is my major. I graduate with a master's from Columbia in early childhood, general, and special education in December. Thank you. With that being said, we need to change education and policy across the nation. The curriculum is made for people who look like those who are writing the curriculum. And guess what? They're all white and live in the suburbs. So please let me know how a kid who's being raised by his grandmother in the projects because his parents are in jail is supposed to access that fucking curriculum when they can't see themselves in that shit. We need to make sure that our kids are learning their history, which is our history. The history that should have been taught. What slavery really was. Why we are all black, which is something that people fail to understand. And we all need to understand that we are fighting this for humanity, for our future. I don't care if you like the person standing next to you or not. If you want your child to have a future, to have access to love whoever they want to be loved by whoever will give them that, to make sure they have the supports that are needed, to make sure that they know they can walk out into their community and have somebody who's gonna fucking help them. You need to be out here to get Trump and Pence out now and to make sure that we don't have another fascist justice in Ruth Bader Ginsburg's place.
Fascism. He studied law, and we're very happy to have him with us. So he's going to come up here now. Give it up for Christian.
Christian, and thank you so much for coming out. Say with me, this is what community looks like.
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 Trump, Pence, out now.
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 So let me just look up.
His model, remember?
Here we go. This is important.
Double XL.
Fascism this is a 2-second, well, more than 2-second lookup. But fascism is a form of far-right, authoritarian ultranationalism characterized by dictatorial power, forcible suppression of opposition, as well as strong regimentation of society and of the economy. Now, what does that sound like to you? That sounds like Nazi Germany, number one, and it sounds like the Trump and Pence regime and their enablers in the Senate and in the world, number two. We are actually talking about fascism, and people don't want to use that word still. People still don't want to use the word. They want to talk about things that are extremely important. Women's rights are important, and with Ruth Bader Ginsburg unfortunately passing away, we're looking at a threat to that. We're looking at Trump nominating not one, not two, but 3 Supreme Court justices. All illegitimate. All illegitimate. We can't stand for that. Ruth Bader Ginsburg's final wish was that she not be replaced. And as a lawyer and as a human being, she was right. What did they do to Merrick Garland? They delayed and delayed and delayed, and now they're going to try and ram another one through. Well, what do we do to stop that? We got to be in the streets. We got to be in the streets here in D.C., nationally, to put pressure on the elected officials to do the right thing for once. Grow a heart for once. And make sure to not let yet another lifelong fascist nominee who is hostile to the Black Lives Matter movement, who is hostile to women's rights, who is hostile to climate justice, who is pro-corporate control of our government. We cannot allow that to happen, number one. That's number one. Number two, we are looking at ICE abuses on the border, forced hysterectomies, children in cages. People are marching in New York to abolish ICE. Right there, look at the sign. Abolish, defund the police. That's defund the Department of Homeland Security. Defund the police. But the thing is, right now in New York, there's mass arrests every time we protest ICE. Every time any organization gets out there to protest ICE or the police, we see police brutality. We see people snatched off the streets illegally just to mess with them, just to say, just for the cops to say, we want revenge on you. We're going to get revenge on you. We're going to snatch you up. We don't like that you ran the streets in the summer. So now that you're a little bit less, we're going to snatch you up. And we have the MAGA fascists shooting up people, driving cars into people. How do we stop this? In the streets. The way that we have the power of the NYPD, whose union supports Trump, the way that we have the power of ICE is by taking care of the fascist head in the White House. You cut off the head of the snake. Then ICE loses its biggest supporter. Trump is ICE's biggest supporter. Trump is the NYPD's biggest supporter. Why do you think that is? Because he's a fascist, and those are tools of fascist power. Just today, the Trump regime classified New York and other states as anarchist states so they can remove federal funding from us. That's an attempt. That's an attempt to say, hey, governors, we don't like that you're allowing protesters. So you know what? You want federal funding? You snatch them up. That's Trump's America. That's Nazi shit. Once again, that's fascist shit.
the definition of. We have this guy defending Confederate monuments, sending police out to defend Confederate monuments. Do you think the Black Lives Matter movement will matter under Trump? It obviously matters, but to Trump it doesn't matter. Trump doesn't give, he doesn't have any empathy. He doesn't care at all. And I hate to say it because the Democrats aren't so great too. But the fact of the matter is, this is what I tell everyone. Go out and vote. And go out and vote for Biden. Sorry to say so, but go out and vote for Biden. You want to know why? This is what I tell everyone who says they're not going to vote. Everyone I tell this. Big difference. We're not protesting anything for climate rights, for women's rights, for Black Lives Matter, for immigrants' rights, anything. We're on the White House lawn. Trump has no empathy. He sends out the military. We get shot under Trump because he does not care about us. He wants us dead. He wants New York and other cities that don't support him to wither on the vine. It doesn't matter that we have MAGA fascists in New York. They don't seem to understand that. It doesn't matter. You live in a blue state, you're done under a Trump-Pence regime. And like has been said before, we're looking at open voter suppression. Open voter suppression in a democracy. In a democracy. So we say. This is, and yet the Democrats don't do anything. And yet our elected officials and our judges don't do anything. We just accept it. We just accept open voter suppression. Is that it? Is that where we are as Americans right now? No. We get in the streets. We get in the streets. Tell me. Say it with me. We get in the streets. We get in the streets. We stay in the streets. We stay in the streets. Exactly. And you know what the start of this is? The start of this is September 27th. We have an organizing meeting. Say when.
Wait, I want to do a test. When is it?
There we go. Washington Square Park, 3 p.m. this Sunday, September 27th. And we are building for October 3rd. It begins. We march on October 3rd nationally, and we stay in the streets. Day after day after day, this is the beginning of another movement. Remember the summer. Don't tell me people won't come out, because they did. You can have every excuse in the book. You can be people were out of work. It was the summer. It was this. It was that. No, what it was a demand for justice. And the fascists think they can outlast us. They think if they just wear us down, abuse after abuse after abuse after abuse after abuse, that we won't come out. That would be too discouraged. We cannot despair now. We cannot be discouraged now. We need to honor Ruth Bader Ginsburg's final wish. We need to fight for the rights of women, for the Black Lives Matter movement, for the rights of immigrants, for climate justice, for the ability of us, any of us, to protest at all without being thrown in Guantanamo or wherever else they want to throw us. Because we are the patriots. I don't want to say the word patriots because I don't even know what that means anymore. But we're the ones fighting for justice. We're the nonviolent ones. Trump's MAGA militia, his police, his military, they're the violent ones. We need to change the fucking conversation. They're the violent ones. We're the nonviolent ones. And we got to show, like we did this summer, that we will be in the streets, because we're not going to let what freedom we have. I have a niece and a nephew. They're not going to grow up in a less free world and country than I did. That's unacceptable. Everyone here has loved ones, has family, has friends, has people they care about that will be affected by this. You say that they won't be. People say that, it's not my fight. Oh, it very much is your fight. It's very much the fight of everyone. We need to make it everyone's fight. We need to work with other organizations. And sometimes it's hard. We all have a version of the world and of what we want, of what we personally think is valuable. And we all think these things are valuable, but none of this stuff will be valuable under a fascist regime that's saying 8 more years, 12 more years for life. Fascism consolidates quickly. We can't let that happen. September 27th, Washington Square Park, 3 p.m. October 3rd, get ready. Get ready. Trump Pence out now. 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 Thank you, and bring this message to where your schools, your churches, the people you know, your friends. We need to grow this thing. Thank you.
Guys and hear from you on it and see what you think about it for this week, how we're going to bring out all the people. Like Christian was saying, we got to bring out, it's importantly, we are in the streets, but we really do need millions of people. And at this meeting, we got to get a lot of people to this meeting on Sunday. You know, we got to get a lot of students who are out in the climate march, people who've been part of BLM. There's flyers, stacks of flyers that we want people to take. There's actually a graphic that we're going to airdrop to everybody right now. So turn on your airdrop, and we're going to airdrop you the graphic for Sunday. And then this week, we got to get out to Washington Square Park and go on outings together. Wednesday night, let's get some of us together to go out and spread the word. Thursday night, let's go out in Union Square if you're going to protest this week. Take stacks of flyers with you. These kinds of things to really spread the word, really get everybody out. And I'm going to bring Juana up really quick. It's really important we hear from Juana. But one of the things that's really going to be important is that now is not the time for petty squabbles. Now is not the time for division. You hear people say, oh, I don't want to work with this group, I don't want to work with that group. This one does this one does that. We have to unite all who can be united. And we can't let petty divisions divide us. There's some people who are going to tell you don't work with refuse fashion. And we have to say, it's not the time for that. It's not the time for my movement, not yours. You know? Because that was one of the things that did happen in Nazi Germany. Was people were too busy fighting each other and fighting for a little piece of the pie that they all got eaten up by the bigger fish. We aren't looking for these little back alley fights. We are looking to get in the World Series with millions of people. That's what we are aiming to do. And anybody who wants to be part of that, you are welcome in this movement. All right? And you got to give it up now for Juana from the Revolution Club. Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Revolution, nothing less! Revolution, nothing less! Revolution, nothing less! Revolution, nothing less! You can say this song. Thank you all for coming. I am part of the Revolution Club, and I have to say, 200,000 deaths in this country. How many more in this world? The first and foremost responsible for the deaths all over the world because of this pandemic is this system. This system of capitalism, this system of imperialism. And why I'm saying that? You saw what happened after the pandemic started, and they were talking about vaccines, right? What were the leaders of the world coming together saying, oh, we need to come together and collaborate to make a vaccine so that we can deal with this pandemic worldwide, globally? No. What were they saying? Oh, we gotta compete. Oh, we gotta be the first ones that make the vaccine. Oh, we gotta be the first one. Why? Because that would give them, whoever country comes out with the vaccine first is going to get not just power, but profit and power over strategic power over the rest of the world. That's the kind of system we're living in. That is capitalism. All of these deaths, a lot of them could have been prevented. Hasn't been because we are living under this kind of system. No enough? What about the respirators, ventilators that would help people to actually survive for longer? Or all of the medical implements that were needed. What happened? Why was this country not ready for that kind of pandemic
if we have known for years and years that a respiratory pandemic was the most possible pandemic to erupt in the world, why no country was ready for that? Because it wasn't profitable. What the fuck? What kind of world? It wasn't profitable because respirators are no use. You don't have use for them in the pandemic. So before the pandemic, so there is no way to make profit out of selling things that are not going to be used. That is capitalism. That's the logic and the rules of this system. And on top of that, you have Trump and Pence, you have Bolsonaro, you have all of these fascist regimes all over the world, making it even worse. Making it even worse. So yes, these 200,000 deaths of this country, they are in Trump hands and they are in the system of capitalism, imperialism hands. But this ideology that Trump and Pence regime have, this is not an ideology that is new in this country, right? If you think about that, you know, children in concentration camps, children being separated from their families. Is that a new story? It is no new story. Remember slave trade. Remember snatching black kids from the hands of their mothers and being sold at the river. This is the history of this country. And that is what they have done all along since they started colonizing this country. The Stonewall riots, did they start 3.5 years ago? That's when they happened? No. The dehumanization and criminalization of LGBTQ community, it didn't start with Trump. It has been part of this country all along. And let alone the oppression of women. You know, women were being raped by the slave masters. And they were supposed to allow that. They were supposed to allow that. This country institutionalized rape from the very beginning. Gender oppression is entrenched in the history of this country. And we have to come to confront that the nature of this system and the nature of this country has never cared about people. No here, no people all over the world. Or do you hear about the drones that Republicans and Democrats have sent overseas, killing civilians and children and men and women that are innocent all over the world? Have you heard of the coups? The coups in Chile, the coups in all over the world that this country has staged to get what? Power? To get domination over territories? To steal the resources of people of the world. That's what this country has been built on. So that's why I'm a revolutionary. And that's what the Revolution Club is about. Yes, we need to get Trump and Pence out of the office and out of the picture. We need to get them out of the picture, but we cannot stop there, and that's where the Revolution Club stands. And you should stand with that, and you need to learn about the Revolution Club and join us, because after Trump and Pence are out, because we are going to win, and that depends on us. After Trump and Pence are out, we are going to continue recruiting people into the revolution. We are going to continue bringing the exposure of what the nature of the system is. We're going to continue promoting the words of Bob Bebekian, the most great revolutionary in the world today. We're going to keep promoting them. And we're going to keep recruiting people into becoming followers of this leader. Look, I hear a lot around, around activist circles. And broader than that, people saying, oh, that's a cult. Well, if following an understanding that has been developed for decades, on how do we get out of this fucking mess? How do we overthrow capitalism, imperialism in this time and age, and knowing the knowledge that was brought forward 100 years ago, but now, with the conditions of now, if you think that following that is following a cult, you really need to check yourself. So, all of that to say that we cannot just talk revolution. We just cannot just talk the talk. Oh yes, we're for revolution. Well, what do you mean by that? What we mean by that is that right now we get organized.
Yeah.
We get millions and millions of people becoming revolutionaries from their heart, their soul, and conscious.
It's cool.
Conscious revolutionaries that are trying to grab a movement to the point where we can actually lead the masses of people of the world, starting with this country, because we're here, to overthrow this system, to dismantle the police, to dismantle ICE, to dismantle the core system that is an unjust system. That is what revolution is about. It is going to take millions of people. And so that's why I'm inviting you today, this Wednesday, 6:30 p.m., we're having a Zoom meeting. So if you don't follow us yet, follow us at NYC Rev Club. Rev Club as Revolution Club. Short for Revolution Club, NYC Rev Club. And DM us. Send us a DM. I check them all the time and tell us, I want to be in the Zoom meeting. I'll send you the link and we'll link up in the Zoom meeting. This is Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Let's get organized for an actual revolution. And I think that that's all I have to say. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come talk to Chanel. Come talk to people that have the revolution nothing less short. And if you want a revolution nothing less short, we uphold 6 principles. We'll share those principles. Part of those principles are that we are with the truth no matter how unpopular. Look, I'm super unpopular. You don't even know. I'm super unpopular because I am upholding the banner of revolution, the banner of Baba Bacon, the banner of overthrowing capitalism. I'm super unpopular. But you know what? Go against the tide, because going against the tide is the only way that you're going to get free. And one last thing that I'm going to say, the whole uprising that has happened right now with the Black Lives Matter movement, it has been a fucking inspiring thing. I was losing hope, and then when that happened, I came back to life. That is important. But one thing that we keep on learning is that every time that there is oppression, there is going to be resistance. But that resistance is going to die down, and the system is going to co-opt it, or is going to repress it, or people get tired and discouraged because they think nothing is changing. This resistance is important, and actually has, like one of the things that, or many of the things that have happened is that people have seen the power they have when they come together and they fight for something that matters, right? And they overcome fear. They overcome the fear of the pigs. How many of you saw millions of people in the street, hundreds of thousands of people in the street saying no to the curfews? It happens for days and days straight. People saw their power. But until we overthrow this system of capitalism, imperialism, all we're going to get is band-aids. All we're going to get is band-aids. Oh, one law here, one law there. Oh, one more politician here, one more politician there. More representation here, more representation there. And it's going to be taken back again. Because why? Because capitalism is not interested in uphold the rights of the people and the rights of humanity. So with that, I'm going to say this chant, and you are all invited to this revolution, and you are all invited to think for yourself, to discuss and, bring your disagreements and have debates, good principles. Let's actually not tear each other apart because we disagree with each other. Let's actually uphold each other and fight for each other to understand the truths that we understand. How do we get out of this mess?
Revolution, nothing less.
How do we get out of this mess?
Revolution, nothing less.
How do we get out of this mess?
Revolution, nothing less.
Trumpets!
Out now.
Trumpets!
Out now.
Trumpets!
Out now.
Thank you.
Okay, so how's everyone feeling? All right, so we're thinking what we want to do is, are people hungry? Are they tired? How are you feeling? Okay, so here's the thing, is that we do want to take the time to get to know people, to hang out. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll take a 5-minute break, and people could go to Whole Foods, get some food, and then we'll come back here and talk with each other and make plans. You think we should do it? Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay. Sable, you want to come up here with me real quick? I'm sorry? We raise donations. I'm not going to tell you who are. Anyways, it's whatever. Hi. Are you for Trump? Okay. Well then, if you want to learn about us, you can go to refusefascism.org. You can see our board. We raise funds through donations of people who don't want to see fascism in the United States. Okay.
Just the hotel.
Okay. So we're going to continue with what we're doing.
Authoritarianism, police slashing up protesters, the definition of fascism.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have... Alright, we're just not going to engage. We're here for something bigger. Okay, so listen, we're going to split up in two groups for like 5 minutes so that we can hear from everybody what you thought about today. So one group is going to go with Sable, right over here. Sable, raise your hand. And everybody here on this half of the line go over here. The other half...
Watch out! The other half can come over here.
I don't really care about you.
The other half can come
Okay.
over here.
Alright. Anyway, so this side on the right, Christians group and Rick Travis. This group right over here. And everybody else, if you can't be here, sign up right here with Chelsea. If you have to leave and you want to get connected, get signed up with Chelsea. Okay. And follow @refusefascism NYC on Instagram. Okay, so Christian, you be in this group right here. And here's what we're going to have people, we want people to talk about 2 things. One, what brought you here today? What do you think it'll mean if Trump is in office for the next 4 years? That would be important to hear from. And what do you think of this plan of bringing millions of people in the street? That's the second question. Third question is, who are the kinds of people who we can be reaching out to between now and tomorrow? So who are the key strategic people? People at the climate march, BLM, people at the, are there protests to go out to this week? Is there people who want to go out, like maybe you make plans in your group to go out in a certain neighborhood on Wednesday, or an area where young people are. But each group is going to make some plans for one outing this week, at least one outing, either Wednesday or Thursday, to go out together. And some ideas of where you think that you could take this. Maybe you can't go out in a group, but maybe there's, you have ideas. The local coffee shop you go to, all of that. So those are the questions that we want to hear. We want to just discuss briefly. Let's just take 10 minutes and do that. And then we'll hear from a representative of your group. So, all right. Wanda is leading this group over here. Where's Fish? All right.
Okay, I'm about to leave everyone. I don't know if anything else is going on. I'm just gonna ride out. But they're just organizing. Dig it. The march is over. We ended here, Columbus Circle at the bottom of Central Park. Some cops behind me. Pretty mellow though. Good march. No one got arrested. It's good news. Safe. Got kind of weird for a second. Millions of people and actually organize. It's all good words. Right, police are leaving. Gray riot. Switch the camera around. Well, thanks for the views, everyone that chatted, all the follows, no one Claire, all the new people that joined. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Try to stream some more stuff. Yeah, it's getting kind of cold, but I'm able to layer up and get out here. I don't mind it. It's all good. Even got an umbrella in case it rains. Yeah, hopefully any of the other organizers are watching the stream, which I doubt, because I don't think New York really watches Twitch. But yeah, listen to Emma, I think is her name. You know, she's like, drop the petty beef. Stop saying they're in a cult, even though they keep on asking for money and fucking name dropping Bob Avakian like he's fucking God out here. I mean, just ignore that they're a cult while we say some cult shit. It's fucking, it's it's hard. I mean, it's just like what all politicians do, though. They're all fucking bullshitting, I guess, right? So, like, can you really be too mad at the communist bullshitters also? I don't know. It's sad. It makes me think that all these people would have voted for Bernie, you know? It's like, I wish all these people were down with registering to vote for the primaries to actually get someone better than Biden. Like, shit. Too little, too late. Fuck. Squished by a bus out here. Cool off of that. Times Square. Didn't march too far at all. What is that, like 10 blocks? I guess like they got a bunch of older people. That's like what makes me think about if anyone's wondering, like if you want to speculate why they're doing arrests on some people, not others. Like one, like they could feel bad, which I doubt. Maybe they got yelled at by the district attorney or something. Maybe, possible. Probably doubt that too. But I think it's just like the demographic of the people that they would arrest. Like, when I got arrested, obviously, like, I'm a younger person. I got a bike, so I'm like kind of healthy, you know. I think they don't give a fuck about young bikers, you know. They're just like down and toss them in jail cells and shit. But when they see like old people with like canes and stuff, I think they get a little hesitant. At least I hope so. Like that's what my perception is of why they arrested some people, not others, for doing the same shit. Like Extinction Rebellion, you know, like they're an international organization. Maybe they got like international lawyers or some shit. I don't know. There could be other reasons. But like Refuse Fascism, as you can see, there's a bunch of older people and some young people, but definitely different crowd for sure. Just my opinion. I mean, I love old people, so I wouldn't want to arrest them either. But also, like, it's fucked up that they don't give a shit about the bikers or whoever they do arrest. It's like, I didn't want anyone to get arrested tonight, but it is kind of weird to see the difference. You know, why they're more violent with some people and less violent with others. And maybe it just has to do with like what you say. If you say fuck ICE, does that make them want to put you in jail more? Like, is that what it is? You're just like super defensive. I thought he was trying to stop for that parking spot, but he was just driving hella slow. Fuck. I'm driving hella slow. See, isn't it kind of weird? Like they close the stairs when there's protesters organizing. And then they open it back up when the protesters leave the stairs. Kind of weird. It's sandwiches with a 1 instead of an I. I'm kind of crazy on Twitter though, so I wouldn't follow my Twitter. But my Instagram is pretty cool. You can check me out on Instagram. A little embarrassed about my Twitter. Now very professional. Yeah, it's a great day when no one gets arrested. Feels good. Shine for Jesus. Excuse me, Jesus. Bow, 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 Brianna. I can't wait till that song is public. Bow for Brianna. Fucking slap that all day, every day. Bow. 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 Brianna. ACAB. Nice little ride ahead of me. Yeah, someone left the door open for me on the subway. I didn't have to pay to get out here. Fucking awesome. Hero out there. Maybe I'll get the same luck. Protest for free. That would be legitness, for sure. Legitness. Okay, I just want to say I am slow on the bike, but all these people that are passing me are on electric bikes, okay? So, like, I am slow, but I'm not that slow. Like, they got little electric motors in there. They're cheating. A, C, A, B, all cops are bastards. It's the culture, you know? That's how it is these days. Just every time. It's like no punch bags. Punch buggies, not punch bags. Punch buggies. Just like fucking heckle cops when you see them. That's the new shit. Teach your kids. Antifa youth. Nice little smart car you are. Fucked up on one of these bumps out here. All cops are burritos. yeah, I'm out of here. The march is over. I'm just riding back to Union Square, I think. Maybe go over to the park just for fun. The other park, Washington Square Park, but pretty much done, I think. I don't know of anything else happening today. But if there is something, I'd be down. As always. Electric bike. It's probably the same dude. Went all the way around the city, came back, lapped me. I need to bring like a box of chalk around. Do like a little chalk stream like RX is doing. That looked pretty fun actually. I'd be down to chalk it up. Sorry. Cool. Thank you. Weird, you're like serving tables and you gotta like watch out for people in the bike lane. Electric bike. I swear, I'm not that slow. Here's the park. This is the stone wall right here. This is where a lot of the protests will be. On Thursday, I'll probably be here for this Stonewall Black Trans Liberation March. And it's like 2 blocks away from Washington Square Park, where the other shit is. That's the big white arch with the big fountain next to NYU.
It's not time.
Oh shit, we got a little static shock right there. What the hell? my battery pack, though. Okay, switch that. I think I'm going the wrong way. Get some of that research. Whoa!
With green tea.
Dollar pizza. Whenever dollar pizza ends, fucking world's gonna burn. Good cops in a racist system. That protesters changed. Pay attention. Pads. You can like smell the new cement. ran her over after getting run over. Vicious cycle out here. Oh, Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump.
I have to ask. If I move something, I have to ask. I don't take my computer like that.
Overheard. And why?
I think where it says all.
This way. Big arches. Big arch. Still an arch. Sex and
I gave all my napkins to this girl that fell in.
okay, still normal right out here.
Now we got 8 tracks eventually. Yeah, we got 16 tracks. Well, no, you can flip it and play it backwards.
Drink some water, chill for a second.
Flip the tape. I mean, we was thinking, dude. Grandmaster Flash is the one that made the mixer. Because the mixer used to be with the knob. So we in the shop class, he opened it up, and the fader was for the headphones and changed it from one turntable to the next so you could hear it. He switched the wires, sorted it all, and then that's how you got the fader.
So you got the because it was DJs mixing, so they would just flip to the next record. So he switched. So that people like that. You gotta think. Yeah, the thing. I was crazy. My brother getting shot in the butt. Yeah, they were stealing GM. But you gotta have a clue. See, you had to, because we was poor, like now we've got money. We didn't have no money. We worked all summer to buy like records. So if you had a clue, somebody had records, another person had two turntables and make sure you had amps, other one had speakers. So you would put all your shit together and make a clue. And then you would jam in the park, maybe you jam in the community center. That's how you did it. And then we would still, no, we wasn't in Manhattan, it was the Bronx. We didn't come to Manhattan. Everything Bronx was working. Disco Fever, State P, everything was in the Bronx, dude. Yeah. So everything was working. We didn't have to come to Manhattan. Shit was rocking. Skate P, Disco Fever, Ecstasy Garage. There was a lot of clubs. We had to come to, I mean, we would come down to Danceteria every once in a while. Jazzy J was DJing on Wednesdays. Walk up to the top floor, you know, shit like that. And then the movie had a thing on Wednesdays where we would come and rock. That's where the twins would come in, because you know the freaks come out at night on Houdini. Everybody was in the Double Crash. I remember one time Double Crash was doing fucking beatboxing to my mic and I got mad. I know nothing, but then it was this place called the Rooftop. It's over there in Manhattan, that's a the one, and he was like, look, I don't do my shit. His record was out, and my record was out, but his record, you know, that's when he did the Sick Rick, the show. Listen, and then for some people, this shit blew up there, but he was doing the beatboxing, I'm like, I'm going to see but he's funny, those were the days. But we, that was when David DMX started with me, when he did Run DMC, Suck MC, they put it down to the beat. Then we would go to like Queens, to the studio with their power play. I was before Arsenal was going there. That was before they was, before Queens was going there, we was up there. But yeah, the Bronx used to rock. Everybody would come to the Bronx. Like the Disco Fever, the original Disco Fever, everybody was coming there. Oh, the Disco Fever's gone. There's nothing up there now. No clubs. Then we used to come down to the 14th Street joint. What's that joint where Madonna was having sex and everybody in the place? The plane was over there on 23rd. That's fine. Yeah, because I don't know 14th Street used to come down there. Miami used to be, Miami used to DJ. But if you know, I mean, the thing is that you had to think because you didn't have anything, so you had to think, how do I do this? Yeah. So then we would go looking for great beats because people would come there wanting to write the records. So we would go looking for them. Sometimes we see them. You only had $20, you get maybe 4 records, 5 records. Why not all the records that they had money? You know what I mean? So we would take $20, you know, like we would go the whole summer to buy equipment. To buy records and shit. Like summer they like you would have a summer job, you get paid every 2 weeks. So though we would work all motherfucking to get money. Now everybody got those shit for everything. We buy all that shit, Bob James 1, with all of this, Bob James 2, Mardi Gras, that's the best. Bob Squire, Big B, and that's how we're going to see them make all this way. We should talk that one too.
Until the communist uprising is over? Hasn't really began yet. I wish. Once it does start, you should come out. Probably be a bunch of bread. Bread lines and soup. Soup cans. I wish we could protest ICE again. I wanted to just like show up there. Maybe I will tomorrow. Just like go there at 4 like we did on the days before. But I also don't want to be like the only one out there. It's like the people that, you know, when they're like the only ones that go to the fucking Justice Center. Like it must feel weird. But I could go check it out. Because yeah, there's a whole chunk of protesters, like regular protesters, that I didn't see today. I wonder where they were at. Maybe they're still resting. I guess it is kind of shocking though if you've never been arrested. You have a criminal record. Does that stop you from being able to visit here? Or is that from visiting the country? That sucks. New York is really nice. It's really big, and get ready to figure out how to get around because there's a lot to see and it's not really all together. Like if you went to Vegas, you know, you would just go to the strip and it's all there or something like that. But New York, it's just like all over the place pretty much. Scroll up and chat a little bit. I can't for some reason. Is my screen broken? Oh, my fucking Streamlabs app is frozen. I don't know if I'm streaming anymore. But that about wraps it up anyways. I guess I'm gonna go back to the train station. Get out of here. Watch some woke. Like the rest of y'all. Join the crew. Yeah, I can't even flip the camera because my app is frozen right now. It kind of sucks. Anyways, thanks to everyone again who watched the stream, came in and chat, speak your opinions, hopefully find out some truth. Hope you enjoy the stream. Be back. We'll be back. I'll be back. You might be back. Thanks to subs, if I got any subs. Taylor Renee gifted a bunch of subs the other day. I didn't get a chance to say anything, but super big thanks to that. She gifted like Dirt McGirt, Too Tired Reporting out of Rochester. Dirt McGirt's from Chicago, so got a bunch of love. Live Now Media, I guess, thank you for your sub. I heard we might have opposing views, but you know, good luck with all of that. The leather in your mouth. Anyways, who else? Ferrix, thanks for the sub. I'm going off the top here, trying to remember all the names over here. Who was there? I don't know. I think that might have been it. But yeah, thanks to all the subs and shit. Followers, just the homies, comrades, people that don't even want to follow because you don't even want to be on a list. What's up? Thank you. I let y'all chat, you know, because I'm a Twitch pleb at heart, you know. Like, fuck Amazon. Oh, shit. But, you know, fuck Amazon. So, yeah. Anyways, peace out, everyone. I'll try to end this somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it. My fucking app that's crashed. Force quit. Yeah. Check out my emote. Spam my emote if anyone's still here. Anyways, love you all. Oh, nice. People are chatting. Oh, for sure. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Peace. Oh, shit. Now my app's working again. What the fuck? It's like chat bugged my fucking app. What the hell? Okay. That's stupid. Yeah, new streamer. Trying to figure it out all. I want to figure out like not updates, alerts, and maybe get like text to speech set up one day, like a legit real life streamer. That would be kind of cool. As long as it doesn't get abused. But anyways, all right. Peace out, y'all. I can flip the camera now.